All right, good morning, folks. If you are joining me on YouTube, head to the floor. Take a big inhale, full body stretch. Open and close your mouth. Point and flex your feet. And come into a little ball, gently rocking side to side. Oh, maybe become a little bit more aware of any aches and pains you have. Inhale, full body stretch. Take a big inhale, fill up. Bring those feet flat on the floor, as wide as the mat. Arms out to the side in a T. Take a big inhale here and exhale it out your mouth. Start to take those knees side to side in big, slow windshield wipers, like it's barely raining windshield wipers. Maybe taking your head in the opposite direction, so your whole spine is involved. And bring those knees into your chest, and using your belly, bring your chest to your knees. And bring your head back down. Take both legs in the air, point and flex your feet, roll them around. Bring your hands underneath your head or arms out to the side. Squeeze your legs together and take them in circles. And then go in the other direction. Bring your hands on the inside of your legs and take your legs wide. You might also grab your big toes. Take some bigger inhales and exhales here. Let your body shift and adjust with the breath. Bend those knees nice and deep, coming into happy baby. So pulling those knees towards the side of your rib cage, grabbing the bottom of your feet or maybe the back of your knees. And cross your right thigh over your left. Pull those heels towards opposite hips. And switch sides. And inhale, full body stretch. Reach it all the way up. Pull those heels tight into your butt, arms tight into your side. Draw your shoulders down and take your head side to side. And back into neutral. Inhale, pressing up into bridge. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, roll it back down. One more time and hold it, pressing up. Take your arms out to the side in a T. Soften your jaw and your chin. Belly button to spine, tailbone to knees. Give yourself a big, tight bear hug, rolling down. Give yourself a bear hug with the other arm on top. Squeeze and release. Arms down at your side. Bring the soles of your feet together. Knees splay out. Take a nice inhale here and exhale it out your mouth. The meditation mantra of the month is ahimsa, which means non-violence, non-harming, which is care and compassion. And practicing that for yourself. So draw your attention inward. Retune your senses with care and compassion. Peeling through the layers of you that relate to everyone and everything else, until you come to that space of you relating to you right here and now, just as you are. with care and compassion. And from that space, bringing up gratitude for all that makes it possible for you to be here. Gratitude for your physical health. Despite aches and pains and frustrations with your body, you are healthy and strong enough today to show up for this class. Press your knees together, scooting your feet out away from each other, letting your hips sink down. Take a big inhale, bringing those hands underneath your head or your arms up to the side, whichever is going to work better for you this morning. Gratitude for your mental health. Despite anxiety and stress, despite conflict and distraction, you were able to make the decision to be here and follow through on that decision. And stretch your arms and legs out into a huge starfish. Take up lots and lots of space. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. Feel the floor holding you up. Gratitude for any sense of spiritual health. That despite some really hard days, maybe some grief or depression, loneliness or fear, despite all that, there was also enough levity and momentum, enough hope and confidence in this practice and this gathered community to pull yourself up out of bed, away from whatever else you were doing or could be doing, and show up with all that gratitude and resilience that is strong in you. Send out some hope and love and courage to the people and the places, all of the situations that are struggling for such help today. Even if you kind of feel like one of them. Take a big inhale, full body stretch, reach it all the way out. Pull those heels tight into your butt, arms tight into your side, draw your shoulders down, press up into bridge. Exhale, roll it down, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, pressing up one vertebrae at a time. Exhale, roll it down. One more time and hold it, pressing up. Extend that right leg straight ahead. Bring it down, extend the left leg straight ahead. Bring it down, get into a better bridge. Keep your arms where they are, or scoot those shoulders underneath clasping hands. Everybody soften your jaw and your chin, belly button to spine, tailbone to knees. Press into your feet. Pull those shins straight ahead. Give yourself a big, tight bear hug, rolling down. Pull that right knee into your chest. Bring your nose towards your knee. Bring your head back down, extending that left leg along the floor. Point and flex your feet. Roll them around. Take that right knee out and up towards your right armpit. Extending that left arm out to the side. You might draw your shoulders down and take your head side to side. Stay just like this, or take a hold of your big toe or your ankle, extending that leg out. The effort comes from your hip and your leg, not your arm holding it up. Breathe on purpose. Everybody bend that knee and pull that knee across your body, extending the right arm out to the side, letting that hip roll over. Soften your jaw. Bring yourself back in a center. Extend that right leg straight up in the air, holding on behind the thigh. Be humble and gracious and grateful for your hamstring. This is a practice of ahimsa. Don't stretch that hamstring so far that it is letting you know that that does not feel good. How can you be more humble and listening with care to your body. Your hamstring is often letting you know how it is. Bring your hands underneath your head or your arms out to the side. Point that right foot and take the leg in circles, starting small and getting bigger. This is a practice in finding that line of effort. So you're using momentum, but not so much that you're rocking around. Go the other way, starting big and then getting smaller. Soften your jaw and keep breathing on purpose. Right ankle on top of that left thigh. Reach the arms overhead along the floor. Draw that left thigh in towards your chest, holding on behind the thigh. Soften your jaw. This feels especially good on my mid-back. At this shift in gravity, pulling that thigh towards my chest, I feel it in the back. Left foot flat on the floor, right leg crosses over nice and tight, arms out to the side. Take your crossed legs over to the left in a deep twist. You might adjust that right arm so you're not straining that shoulder. Or the stretch might feel good across your shoulder. Bring yourself back in the center, keeping your legs crossed. Take your crossed legs over to the right. And back in the center. Inhale, full body stretch. Reach it all the way out. Pull those heels tight into your butt, arms tight into your side. Press up into bridge. Focus your effort in your butt and your thighs. Exhale, roll it down. So your spine can just move vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, pressing up. Extend that right leg straight ahead. Bring it down. Extend the left leg straight ahead. Bring it down. Get into a better bridge. Take those arms out to the side. Soften your jaw and your chin. Draw the belly button towards your spine. Tailbone towards your knees. Spread your toes out. Pull your knees straight ahead. Give yourself a big, tight bear hug, rolling down. Pull that left knee into your chest. Bring your nose towards your knee. Bring your head back down, extending that right leg along the floor. Point and flex your feet. Stretch those ankles out and wiggle your toes. Take that left knee out and up towards your left armpit. Stay just like this, or take a hold of that big toe or your ankle somewhere, using effort in your leg. Extend that left leg out and up. You're rounding still through that right hip. Everybody bend that knee nice and tight and pull it across your body. Reaching that left arm out to the side to help you stay grounded. Soften your jaw. Trust that it's all working. Bring yourself back in a center. Take that left leg up. Point and flex your foot. Here again, practice a generous spirit with your hamstring. Just that more is happening than just stretching out your hamstring, but your spine is being supported and loved as well. Point that left foot, bring your hands underneath your head or your arms out to the side. Take that leg in circles, starting small and getting bigger. Soften your jaw and breathe on purpose. And go in the other direction, starting big and getting smaller. And left ankle on that right thigh. Reach the arms overhead, getting some length in your body. And draw that right thigh in towards your chest, holding on behind the thigh. Right foot flat on the floor, left leg crosses over nice and tight. Arms out to the side, take your cross legs over to the right in a deep twist. Bring yourself back in a center and take your cross legs over to the left. And back in a center. Inhale, full body stretch. Reach it all the way out. Feet flat on the floor, roll over to one side. Press yourself up on hands and knees and start moving through cat-cow at your own breath pace. Inhale when you bring your head up. Exhale when you round that back. Keep going at your own breath pace, feeling both sides of your body. Stretch and squish. And roll yourself up, coming into camel. So bring your hands to your butt or your low back. You might curl those feet under if you want to stretch out your toes as well. We're going to do 3 and then make them progressive so that the first one is gentle and they get stronger. You're using effort in your thighs, your butt, okay? So that your spine can stretch back. Here we go. Inhale, heart towards the ceiling. Exhale, round your shoulders to the front, head is down. Make it a real counter pose. Inhale, open up. This time, squeeze your butt, reach your head back a little bit. Exhale, round your shoulders to the front, head is down. One more time and hold it. Really make your legs strong, reach back. Exhale, round your shoulders to the front, head is down. Come back in a low dog, so hips to heels. Take your knees wide, big inhale, reach, and exhale, release. Bring your hands together and to the back of your neck. Scoot your elbows up and towards each other. Soften your jaw, spread those shoulder blades out. And move into down dog when you're ready. Heels towards the floor, hips towards the corner where the ceiling and the wall meet. Flip those feet over so you're stretching the top of your feet, your toes, your ankles. Inhale forward into plank. Look ahead. Slow and controlled all the way down. Take that right arm straight out to the side and roll over on it. Back in the center, take that left arm out to the side and roll over on it. Back in a center, hands tight into your chest, press up in an up dog. Back in a low dog, hips to heels, big inhale, reach, and exhale, release. Move into down dog when you're ready. Gently shake your head out, yes and no, releasing effort in your neck. Right leg up, left heel down. Bring the knee to the nose in plank. Take it back up. Bring that foot to the top of the mat. Pick it up if you need to. Look ahead. Pull that right shin forward, left heel back. Put the effort in your legs, left hand to the floor, reach that right arm up. Open your chest, your legs are strong. Hand to the floor, step back in a down dog. Take that left leg up, right heel down. Knee to nose and plank. Take it back up. Bring that foot to the top of the mat. Pull the left shin forward, right heel back. Put the effort in your legs, right hand to the floor. Take the left arm up. Soften your neck and jaw. Hand to the floor, step back in a down dog. Inhale forward into plank. Look ahead. Slow and controlled all the way down. Extend those arms back, palm face up. 3 locust lifts here. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time and hold it. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale down. Press back in a low dog, hips to heels. Big inhale, reach, and exhale, release. Reach under the bed. So take that right arm across the floor to the left. Turn your head to look at it. And switch sides. And move into down dog when you're ready. Walk your feet into your hands, coming in a forward fold. Bend your knees a little bit. Grab opposite elbows. Release your spine to gravity. To feel a little bit more of that pull of gravity, you might shift your weight to the balls of your feet a little bit. Really let your head hang down. Bend those knees more, pushing through your legs. Roll yourself up. Inhale, reach those arms up and reach higher. Heart towards the ceiling, gentle back bend. Bend your knees, come in a chair pose. Take those arms back like you're on a swimming trophy and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Soften your jaw. Forward fold, hold onto your legs somewhere, release your spine to gravity. Hands to the floor, step the right leg back, but not too far, coming into that high lunge. Inhale, press up, reach those arms up. Bend that left knee. Bring those arms down. We're doing 3 step-ups. So you're gonna start here in a high lunge and step up, knees straight ahead. Okay, so we'll do it 3 times and you hold it longer on the last one. So find your good stance so that you are stable but not stuck. You can move. Here we go. Inhale, slow, step up and come back down. Step up, back down. One more time and hold it. Step up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step way back, come into a deep lunge. Reach those arms up, aiming your heart out and up without straining your neck. Bring the right elbow across that left thigh, hands together, press your chest open. If this is becoming a balancing pose, bring the right knee down. Hands to the floor, step back in a down dog. Bigger inhales and exhales through your nose. Inhale forward into plank, look ahead. Slow and controlled all the way down. Extend those arms back. Inhale, lift in a locust. Exhale down. Press back in a low dog, hips to heels. Big inhale, reach, and exhale, release. Move into down dog when you're ready. Take that right leg up, left heel down. Bring the foot to the top of the mat, pick it up if you need to. Look ahead. Bring that left knee really close to the floor, but not on it. Big inhale here. Exhale, shift your weight back, extending that right leg. Inhale forward, look ahead. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Bend that knee and step in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Arms out, look up, all the way up. And reach higher, heart towards the ceiling, gentle back bend. Bend your knees, come into chair pose. Take those arms back and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Soften your neck and jaw. Forward fold, hold on to your legs somewhere, release your spine to gravity. Hands to the floor, step that left leg back, but not too far. Press into your legs and come up. Inhale, reach those arms up. And then bend that right knee. Coming into a high lunge. Get yourself stable, but not stuck. Remember that we're just bringing the knee straight up. Here we go. Step up. Bring it back down. Step up. Back down. One more time and hold it. Step up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Step further back into a deep lunge. Bring the knee down if this is a balancing pose. Inhale, reach up. Aim your heart out and up. Soften your neck and jaw. Bring that left elbow across your right thigh, hands together. Press your chest open. Draw your shoulders down. You might shift your weight forward a little bit. Step back in a down dog. Inhale forward into plank. Slow and controlled all the way down. Extend those arms back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale down. Press back in a low dog, hips to heels. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, release. Move into down dog when you're ready. Left leg up, right heel down. Bring that foot to the top of the mat. Look ahead. Right knee really close to the floor, but not on it. Inhale here. Exhale, shift your weight back. Inhale forward, look ahead. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Bend that left knee, look ahead, and step in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Extend that spine out. Exhale, fold. Arms out, look up, all the way up. Hands to your heart. Empty coat sleeves. Step the right leg back in a warrior 2. Extend the arms out. So warrior 2 is our pose of the month. So check yourself out, like in sensation. You want that left knee, your front knee over your heel, not back like this, right? So this, you're not in it. You need to go a little bit deeper. Engage those legs so you're lifting up out of your pelvis, grounding through the back leg. Extend those arms out and gaze over your left fingers. Left palm face up, reach up and back, reverse warrior. Left elbow to left thigh, reach the right arm up and over. So your legs are staying the same, both reverse warrior, warrior 2, and this is extended side angle. Now go back in reverse warrior. Push the left leg straight, reach further. Bend that left knee deeper. Both hands to the floor, pivot your back foot and scoot the left foot over a little bit. Right hand to the floor, take the left arm up. The effort is in your legs, not in that right wrist. Hand to the floor, step into down dog. Inhale forward in a plank. Slow and controlled all the way down. Extend those arms back. Inhale, lift up into locust. Exhale down. Press back into low dog, hips to heels. Big inhale, reach, and exhale, bring those hands to the back of your neck. Hands to the floor, coming to down dog. Walk your feet into your hands, coming into forward fold. Bend your knees, round your back. Push through your legs and roll up. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Empty coat sleeves. Step the left leg back in a warrior two. So warrior two, I think, is a great pose to find that sweet spot between effort and ease. So you're not clenching in one place and putting no effort in the other. So sometimes we work too hard in our legs and put no effort into our arms. So the arms are engaged out, like you're spreading across your collarbone. Soften your neck and jaw. Right palm face up, reach up and back, reverse warrior. Keep your legs the same. Right elbow to right thigh, reach that left arm up and over. You might go deeper into your hips. Back and reverse warrior. Push the right leg straight and reach further. Bend that right knee. Hands to the floor. Pivot your back foot and scoot that foot over a little bit. Left hand to the floor, reach that right arm up. The effort is in your legs. Hand to the floor, step back in a down dog. Inhale forward in a plank. Slow and controlled all the way down. Extend those arms back. Inhale, lift up in a locust. Exhale down. Press back in a low dog, hips to heels. Big inhale, reach those arms. And then exhale, fold those hands on top of each other, making yourself a pillow. Resting your forehead straight down on your hands. Nice big inhales and exhales through your nose, letting that breath shift and adjust the pose. And come and sit on the floor, coming into staff pose. So extend those legs out in front of you. Bang the back of your legs against the floor. Chop the top. Chop the sides. Chop your butt a little bit. And then inhale, reach those arms up and flex your feet. Bend your elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades. Turn to the right, back in a center, turn to the left, back in a center, inhale, reach up and look up gently. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the floor, bring your heart forward, shoulders back. And reach forward and release. Roll yourself up, round those shoulders back. Bring the hands behind, feet flat. Slide your hips towards your heels and up. Bring yourself back down. Extend those legs out. One more time. Inhale, reach up, flex your feet. Bend the elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades. Turn to the right. Back in a center and turn to the left. Back in a center, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the floor, pull the heart forward, shoulders back. Reach forward and release. Roll yourself up. Bring the soles of your feet together, tuck your tail under towards your heels. Sit up nice and tall, letting your shoulders get drawn down. Taking your chin towards the ceiling, stretching the front of your neck. And back into neutral. Looking over your right shoulder and over your left. And back in the center, tuck that chin tight in towards your neck. Round your back, tip that pelvis back. And come and sit in a comfortable seated position. Stretch your face, your mouth. Nice inhale here and exhale, let your head sink down. Roll that right ear over your right shoulder, sit up nice and tall, extend that left arm down. Let your head sink down, return your hands. Roll that left ear over your left shoulder, sit up nice and tall, extend that right arm down. Let your head sink down, return your hand. Reaching your chin towards the ceiling, stretching the front of your neck. Bring your heart towards the ceiling a little bit more for a gentle back bend. And back in a neutral. Looking over your right shoulder and over your left. And back in the center, right hand to the floor at your side. Take that left arm over top. Left hand to the floor at your side. Take that right arm over top. Bring both hands behind on the floor and squeeze your shoulder blades, aim your heart out and up. Keep your right hand where it is. Cross that left hand over your right knee. Sit up and twist. And switch sides. Back in the center, reach those hands forward along the floor and then release effort. Roll yourself up, round those shoulders back. Inhale, reach your arms up and reach higher. Bend your elbows, squeeze those shoulder blades. Left elbow in right. Round your back, elbows in the belly button. Bring yourself back up. Take those elbows wide, squeeze your shoulder blades. Right elbow in left. Round your back, elbows in the belly button. Bring yourself back up. Bring those arms down, roll those shoulders back and down. Take a nice inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Closing your eyes if that feels good, leaving your eyes open and focused on something if that feels better. Feel the floor underneath your feet, underneath your bottom. Let your legs rest. Feel that stability in your pelvis, that your spine can just lift up out of it. Let your shoulders sink, letting your arms rest heavy on your lap. Gently turn your head side to side, feeling that ease and stability in your neck. Take a nice inhale here and exhale, tuck your chin towards your chest, just a little bit. The meditation mantra of the month is ahimsa. Care, compassion, non-harming, non-violence. Our focus is ourself. We're going to practice the loving kindness meditation. I encourage you to just even notice the sensation inside yourself. How practicing a loving kindness meditation is an act of care and compassion for you. Bringing to the surface of your mind, your heart, a relationship that is currently easy to love and be loved by. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be healthy in mind, body, spirit. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be truly happy and free. Taking a nice inhale and exhale through your nose. Turn those hands over, palm face up. Sit up nice and tall if you had started to slouch. Bringing to the surface of your mind and heart a relationship that is currently more complicated. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be healthy in mind, body, spirit. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be truly happy and free. Take another nice inhale and exhale through your nose, bringing those hands over your heart. Feeling your chest rise and fall, maybe noticing your temperature. Notice the taste in your mouth, the sounds around you. Bringing you in relationship with you. Remembering that this is your primary relationship. This is you who has been with you through it all. You in relationship with you. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be healthy in mind, body, spirit. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be truly happy and free. Keeping your intention drawn inward with care and compassion. Head down to the floor. When you get there, come into a little ball or do a full body stretch. Do both. Whenever sort of you feel like you want first. And maybe do a pose that you're kind of have an itch for. Maybe noticing where you still have some aches and pains. This isn't going to get rid of every aches and pains, and it might even make you more aware of aches and pains because you're awake, you're noticing, you're paying attention to how you actually feel. Bringing those arms out to the side, take a big inhale here and exhale it out your mouth. Start to take those knees side to side in big, slow windshield wipers. Maybe taking your head in the opposite direction so your whole spine is involved. Bring those knees into your chest. Take both legs in the air, point and flex your feet. Squeeze those legs together and take them in circles. Massaging that low back. And go in the other direction. Coming into happy baby, bending those knees nice and deep, grabbing the bottom of the feet or the back of the knees. Your feet are towards the ceiling, your knees are towards the floor. Feel that support in your low back. And then inhale, full body stretch, reach it all the way out. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees splay out, arms down by your side. Take a nice inhale here and exhale it out your mouth. Trust that it all worked, that you did a great job. Trust that whenever you got distracted and then brought yourself back to this time and space, your practice deepened. Regardless of the pose you were in. Press your knees together, scooting your feet out away from each other, letting your hips sink down. If this feels like the right posture for your final resting pose, then stay just like this. Otherwise, you might extend those legs out as long as wide as the mat. You might grab a pillow for underneath your head or even underneath your knees. What you need to do. Trust that the floor is holding you up. You don't need to hold yourself up. Soften the bottom of your feet. Release your toes. Letting some warmth and weight rest heavy on top of your feet. Letting that weight of gravity rest on your shin bones, your thighs, releasing your knees, letting your legs rest heavier and heavier on the floor. Feeling the total support of the floor underneath you. Let your hips sink down. Letting the full length of your body settle into the floor. Like you're settling into warm, fine sand. And it's shaping and shifting itself around you. Totally supporting you. So you can soften your lower back. Release your belly. Letting that ease and softness rise up your spine. Releasing all those muscles that support your back body. Letting your rib cage rest, your shoulders sink. Letting that weight of gravity come across your chest and across your arms like the weight of a heavy quilt. Tucking you in, helping you rest. Right here and now, just as you are. Practice letting go here. Practice letting go of the conversations and the misunderstandings, the decisions and the unanswered questions. Right here and now, practice loosening your grip on all that is beyond your control. Letting go of the work that is not yours to do, so that you can be about the work that is yours to do. Soften the muscles of your neck that reach across your back and your chest, feeling the total support of the floor underneath your head. So you can soften your jaw and your chin, release your lips and your cheeks, soften your eyebrows and your forehead, soften even the very crown of your head. Trusting that all of this new and renewed energy and strength, all of this effort and rest is inside of you, as it has always been. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers, letting your body know that you're going to move. Taking a big inhale, full body stretch, open and close your mouth, point and flex your feet. And when you're ready, bending those knees, bringing your feet back flat on the floor, hands return to you. Reconnecting with that sensation of gratitude for all that makes it possible for you to be here in the midst of everything. Gratitude for the full day ahead. Rolling over to one side to press yourself up. Noticing how things might have shifted and changed during the practice. Remembering that there is always more happening than we could ever know or perceive. Trusting that there will be shifts to come. I thank you for sharing your practice with us. Know that it makes such a difference that you are here. Namaste.